Okay, I've never played Dungeon Keeper before. I did not have a PC when I was a kid, so most of my exposure was to console games. I think I'm aware of this. This is a pretty early full 3D game, and it's the one where you play as the bad guy, or like you're like an overlord or something. I don't know anything else about it. I booted it up briefly in order to test video settings since it's an older game, but it looks like the GOG version works just fine. So we'll watch the opening here. The game is 4:3 some of the time. So I'm just going to use this widescreen. There'll be some black bars on the side, but I don't want to miss anything on the sides. Keep an eye on the audio balance. I think we're okay right now, but if it's loud, let me know. They're pretty impressive graphics for 97. Oh, this is very 90s. I think part of it is they were already going for like a stylized look instead of trying to make it photorealistic. That was aged pretty well. Compared to like the Diablo 2 FMVs. This one's packaged as Dungeon Keeper Gold. Is that just a resolution remaster? Or something like that? Pretty sure it's the right game still. You see that violence? Oh my gosh. Church lady would have been so upset. Okay, it includes an expansion. Gotcha, thank you. Options, I guess mouse and sound. Define keys. Rotate, delete, and page down, huh? All right, let's change some of these here. No, can I not? Interesting. I was going to try to change it to WASD, but it doesn't look like I can. All right, that's fine. What else is Bullfrog done? Start new game.
Ever smile. Set in the realm of joy, the people of Eversmile are plagued only by aching facial muscles, and not anthrax as we had hoped. Eversmile is a disgusting land of good humor and polite frivolity.
I love that style of humor. All right. Click on the flag, I assume. Oh, they did Syndicate as well. I didn't realize it was Bullfrog. Okay. Whoa. Okay, so I can move with the arrow keys. Page up and page... Wow, that's actually pretty impressive for 97. That looks good. So where are my other options here? We've got save. Okay.
Game saved.
Nice. Graphics. Oh, I played Populous, yeah. Is that, Peter Molyneux? Number of shadows. Oh, I kind of like the way this works, where it, like, just shows you the shadows. View distance. Turn that all the way up. View type. Oh, I think I prefer this as far as being able to like read what's going on in the game, but am I going to be missing anything if I'm doing it top down like this? All right, and gamma correction. Okay, I think that's what the default was. Sound is what we saw in the main menu. Computer assistance. Aggressive. Oh, this is like the character AI. Construction only. Move only. So defensive is recommended, presumably. First thing a keeper needs is somewhere to keep gold. It's been mined of the rock by his imps. To create a treasure room, select the treasure room icon from the rooms panel and fill the empty area to the west with treasure room tiles. It's this guy. Interesting. Oh, so it's like a builder. Oh, that's cool. So I can click and drag. Oh, it's like a stamp. Okay. Expertly done. Press the right mouse button to turn the pointer back into the hand of evil. Mine out the gold to the east by tagging the area with the left mouse button. Your imps will dig out the gold and carry it back to the treasure room. Cool. And just tell them to mine all of this, basically. Ah, I see. Oh, that's kind of cool. Did this game inspire stuff like Minecraft, then? Maybe that's where I've heard the name Dungeon Keeper before, in like Notch patch notes from way back in the day. Alt-R? This looks like that's pretty much just like interpolation, the Super 2X Psi. I don't know, I like the pixelated look. Okay, imps are digging out the gold, carrying it back to the treasure room. Inspired dwarf fortress, which contributed to Minecraft. Okay.
You have tunneled into a new area.
Oh, interesting. Okay, I'll leave it on. You've tunneled into a new area. I guess it's a bit easier to see with the Alt-R thing turned on. Okay. Treasure room. Oh, it's kind of nice. Greedily done, Keeper. Turn some of your dungeon into a lair. Lairs are where creatures rest and recover. The area your imps just mined out would be an ideal spot for creatures to lurk. Select the lair icon. This game has a pretty modern tutorial. I just turned the whole room into it, basically. I think I got all that. Dig a tunnel that connects to the portal to the north. Portals appear on the map as flashing squares until they're claimed. Creatures only use portals claimed by a keeper. Imps claim a portal as soon as it connects to your dungeon. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna switch back to top-down. It's easier for me to see what I'm doing. Okay. So that's done now. This all counts as a lair. All right, let me read this. Dig a tunnel that connects to the portal to the north. So there's only certain kinds of walls that are diggable? Question mark. Oh, I see. Can I undo a dig command here? I guess this is fine. The appropriate rooms flash on the map, okay. Little hit splats. This game's pretty impressive so far. What's right click? I could see this inspiring Dwarf Fortress. That makes sense. Oh, I can pick them up? That's kind of cool. Right-click to drop them again. Okay. I picked up a bunch of them at that time, okay. Spin a portal as soon as it connects to your dungeon. Gotcha. You can place dig commands in the void. Okay. First minion has arrived. It's a giant fly. It can spit corrosive vomit at enemies. Its wings grant the hideous insect the speed to intercept the most nimble trespassers. Okay. Oh, I actually don't want to close that. Can I reopen it? Okay. Okay, it's just giving me a chance to read it. A beetle has scuttled into your realm. It's tough enough to absorb a lot of damage. Beetles require food. Take out a new area, select the hatchery icon, create your hatchery. Okay. Yeah, so the basic cell is the digging out and making rooms and stuff, and then building like a base. That's pretty cool. I didn't realize that this idea was around so early. Is there any like minimum size for rooms? So what were they doing there? It looked like they were like automatically trying to make rooms, maybe? Oh, I see, and it flashes with the room I'm looking at, presumably? I see, so it's telling me when I hover over one of these, it's saying this is where you have that room, treasure room, lair, hatchery, and it's pretty polished. Efficiency tanks with strange shapes and small tile counts, okay. Imps fortify your walls, prevent intruders tunneling in. If you want to create more imps, go to the research panel, select the imp icon, and left-click anywhere in your dungeon. Each imp you create costs more than the previous one. Interesting. Full screen map. This is research. Okay, they got a little shiny thing telling you where you're supposed to go. Possessed creature. Treaters approach. They seek gaps in your fortifications. White trail on the map indicates their progress. Click on the icon at the top control panel to see a bigger map. Oh, interesting. Okay. So we want to have...
It is payday.
The imps don't actually help me as far as doing damage, right? And money, I need to find more gold, basically, because they've already gone through all of the ore options from earlier. Are they going to, like, try to explore these areas with water automatically? Save before I die here.
Game saved.
Thanks, game. Sell item. Alright, so this summarizes what I have so far. Flies, beetles. Do I have to tell my creatures to go defend once somebody digs in, or they take care of that automatically? And try to fix it. That's one of those AI settings I was looking at earlier, right? Do I have to do anything with my hatchery to get more units, or is all that stuff just going to happen automatically? Number of creatures. It sounds like they're digging in now. Well, it says there's an option for defensive computer assistant and aggressive computer assistant. If it's defensive, will they mostly go and stop things? Attack on sight or flee. Okay. So that noise we're hearing is the sound of them trying to tunnel in and not being able to because the walls are reinforced. getting more beetles, it looks
Your
like.
creatures are under attack.
Oh, interesting. It's like heroes. So, is there any kind of micro I can do to beat them up, basically?
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack.
Oh, don't flee.
Your minions are winning a battle. Your creatures are falling in battle.
I think it's just the flies because of where they are, right? Because the flies are able to get to them through that corner in the wall.
Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are attacking the enemy. Your minions are winning the battle.
Oh, did he drown? That's funny. Click on a creature of your own to slap it into attacking faster at the cost of a little damage. Okay. I think I understand. Time. Savor your first victory while you can. You've attracted the wrath of the lord of this realm. His party will soon be here. So, is there more for me to do while waiting, like building more hatcheries or digging more to look for
the
more?
land approaches.
We shall not tolerate your evil presence any longer.
This is pretty great. Compared to like Populous, which I've also played,
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
game is really polished.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Do I have a button to jump to the notification, like where that's happening?
Your creatures are under attack. Your creatures are falling in battle.
I think it's space in RTS games, right?
Your creatures are falling in battle.
There's a sword notification. This guy.
Your creatures are under attack.
It's not gonna drown. Oh, okay. So it's summarizing who all's in the fight. Man, that's really nice. So it's like an RTS without all the bullshit with RTS games. Digging and macro only.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
Your work here is done. Now there's no one to prevent you from obliterating this nauseating realm and expanding your empire into a neighboring land. Nice. And the little gremlins or the imps are still going to grab any money that gets dropped? Okay, that's cool. Targeting portraits for spells as well. Okay. That's cool. Press space to proceed to the next realm. Is there any reason to keep doing stuff in a realm once you beat it, or are these levels pretty discreet?
War and anthrax have taken to this land like fleas to a rat. The region is, thanks to your unstinting efforts, now a major eyesore.
The narrator is pretty great. Okay. High score. Different time. Like you would dig for secret levels. I guess my question is, does
in which the prosperous citizens have no gripes or moans. Sadly, even the children are happy and secure. This is because they aren't punished for non-existent crimes.
Is there anything that carries over from stage to stage? They can't affect future levels, but they're optional. Okay. Remember the lessons you learned in Branahawk? Build a treasure room, a lair, and a hatchery. You need to claim a portal. Build rooms in squares of at least 9 tiles to increase the efficiency of the room. That's the 3x3 we were talking about. Okay. And I have to actually build a treasure room, right? Could I turn the gold room there into a treasure room?
You must build a treasure room to store gold.
I see. So I gotta do the treasure room first, preferably, before they can meaningfully mine stuff. Oh, I can zoom out. Do you know what the, hold on, let me see if I can find keybinds. I think keybinds are only on the main menu. Can anyone look up what that is? Scroll wheel doesn't do it. Home end. Ah, that does help, thank you. Good looking out. Yeah, this game's really impressive. I'm kind of surprised at how not janky it is. Looks like it kind of just works. Okay, they have to claim it before I can start stamping. Gotcha. And they're gonna automatically try to claim... Sure. Is there any reason to make my treasure room bigger? Okay, well now they should be able to mine all this gold. And they'll pick up gold that they've mined but left on the ground and bring it to the treasure room eventually, it looks like. Okay. Oh, I have to like click to spawn it. Okay. Gotcha. I see how the cost escalates there. So then this could be a lair. And we have to make a hatchery. And we're gonna have to dig our way up to the portal anyway. Is it easy to expand a room? Can I just do that and then specify that these adjacent tiles should count as treasure room? Okay, cool, thanks. Are they like really tired now or something? Is that what the problem is? Or did some of them die from overmining? They should have built a lair sooner, basically. I guess also, what order did they do things in? Looks like right-clicking does not cancel. It's a long distance to run. Okay. Yeah, well, I've learned not to over-assign them stuff at the beginning. They don't need rest or food or have tiredness. So what is the lair do then? Because it sounds like they were saying the lair was for them to rest. Is that just for combat units to rest? Everyone except imps. Okay. Gotcha. Yeah, so I've kind of done this poorly, but I guess now I know what to do for next time. Grab imps and drop them near the task. So they try to do whatever they're closest to at the time when you pick them up? Okay. Can also manually move treasure, it looks like. But I can only drop stuff on my own tiles, it looks like, right? There we go. Okay. So they get like... They have a... Since they were already mining out here, their plan was to mine and then move back to the treasure room, but if I start them from here, they'll stay here. I see. That's why they weren't just building this earlier. I have to wait for them to claim these dead tiles too, right? It's nice that they don't get distracted, though, if their task ultimately involves them being on multiple areas. Bigger treasure room, okay. So I wanted to turn this into a lair. So treasure room being 5x5 to start seems pretty wise most of the time. What about like the other rooms? Hatcheries seem pretty important. Build a training room. Creatures can hone their fighting skills, gain new abilities, and learn powerful spells. Dude, this seriously might be the like most comfortably aging PC game from the 90s that I've ever played on stream. Maybe like Diablo 2, but I guess I actually did play Diablo 2 back in the day, so I don't know if I'd be able to be even-handed about it. I'm super impressed. Yeah, exactly. Like if you just made... Are there a lot of Dungeon Keeper games then? Plan proceeds smoothly. Allow your imps time to fortify the walls of your dungeon. Increases the efficiency of rooms and repels would-be invaders. So the purpose of fortifying the walls is so that the invaders need to take longer to get in, so you have more time to produce units. Does it make sense to make multiple hatcheries, or just one of each room is generally fine? There are going to be more. Has anyone made a Schmungen Schmeeper game? Without a lair, nobody will move into your dungeon. Okay. So what about these giant, like, ore rooms? Is there anything productive to use them for? Or for the overworld? Schmungen Schmeeper, okay. It's pretty cool, though. Train creatures more rapidly by slapping them as they work out in the training room. And slapping them is just clicking on them. Oh, right-clicking them. Okay, that's funny. Can I kill them accidentally? I got a lot of notes here. So train creatures drop them in the training room. The number of occasionally appears with creature's head indicates how much gold it is cost for that creature to train. Oh, I thought that was like a hit splat. I thought they were taking damage. Okay, that makes sense.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Creatures need a bigger lair. Okay, gotcha. The game's pretty good about giving me feedback about what I'm doing wrong. This is a really impressive tutorial, too. Like, gating things properly, you know. I was worried that this was going to be the kind of game that I was going to have to, Sorry, let me mute Discord, because they changed the sound settings. I was worried this was going to be a game where I was going to have to, read the manual, right? It's pretty common for this era.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
They use the IP to make some bad phone games. That's too bad. Cool. Bigger lair achieved. No more living space. And that's being improved right now via the building of a bigger lair, or is it still a problem if I can still see this exclamation point? Oh, if I just left-clicked it again, I can cancel. Okay, I don't know why I didn't try that before. I assumed it would be another button. So this is just like a historical message at this point. They only disappear when dismissed. Okay, I see. Flag shows you how close it is to capacity. The green bar. Ah, okay, thank you. I guess the bigger you make a room, the harder it is to fortify. Is fortification just something that the imps do when there's everything else is fine? Okay. Do fortification when nothing else needs to be done. And I missed it. Is there much reason for me to have, like, multiple training rooms? Or just make the assigned room bigger is better? The training room's at capacity. Okay.
It is payday.
So I can probably afford to build more imps here. Creatures have to physically move around. So I'm not always going to get an alert when something like this happens. Heroes are on their way. Make sure creatures are well trained and ready for attack. Heroes you face in this realm are tougher than those you met in Bronahawk. Okay. Makes sense. So I'm not clear. The hatchery has like these little chickens in it. Is that just like reflecting the fact that you're attracting creatures, or is it directly breeding a certain kind of creature? I got beetles, there's tooltips and everything, demons and flies. Working, fighting, idle. Okay. Oh, that's their food. Oh, that's funny. Okay. So this one's green means it's a... So we don't want a full green bar, basically, right? They'll scroll if you hover over them. Oh, that's cool. For more information.
Your creatures are under attack.
Flies and beetles don't train on their own. So that's only the demon spawn that are doing that right now. Okay. Is there a way for me to quickly get to them to
Game saved.
jump to any idle, non-training creatures, basically?
Creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Green bar is good. Oh, I am full of chickens. Okay, I see.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
Okay. Oh, there you
Creatures
go.
are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack.
That's cool. So I can pick them up from that menu, and if you drop them in the training room, they'll start to train, basically?
You need a bigger training room.
Gotcha. Okay.
Your creatures are falling in battle.
It's pretty convenient. It's cool if that works that way. Okay, killing some
Your
of
creatures are
my
attacking the enemy.
gremlins, it sounds like. So should they just be training constantly, or at some point does it make
Your
sense for me to
creatures are
pick them
under
up
attack.
and send them to
Your
go
creatures
fight?
are falling in battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your minions are winning a battle.
Go team. There's another guy out here somewhere, right?
Your minions are winning a battle.
Oh, I think they won. Once your gold is low, you want them training unless they're needed elsewhere. Okay. Some of them will attempt to train automatically.
You need a bigger training room.
Okay, I think I get it. The dungeon heart is what I'm defending here, basically. Okay. And this tells you what they're planning to do, and some of them are trying to go to the lair to rest. Alright. No, they're claiming these rooms. Okay, gotcha. Beetles are lazy and flies are scout. Man, like, is this game the answer to all of my problems with RTS games? It's like that it has smart computers that... There's still some micro required, but generally they try their best. Like, it's not about, like, positioning them in the exact right spot so that they're able to try their best. It's pretty crazy.
You need a bigger training room. You need a bigger training
Working
room.
on it.
You need a bigger training room.
So they're gonna try to completely dig everything before they start claiming rooms, right? Okay. Yeah, I love that. Like, there's a unit that's intended to scout, so it just scouts. It's great. I guess, is it because this game is always single player only? There's no... Or is there a multiplayer mode? I guess I could see multiplayer working, potentially. Yeah, this is great. I'm having a blast. I get it, like... I'm impressed at how good it is. You know? It kind of seems like they just nailed it. Is this inspired by some other game before this one came out? Bigger and more complicated maps will make sense to you how multiplayer would work. Okay. This is my big gold sink, then. So, if I'm idle like this, should I be...
Your creatures are under attack.
Oh, shoot. I can't, like, jump to where I'm being attacked, right? I can just see that it is happening. I was wondering if I'm idle like this, if I should be continuing to explore through the walls, or like what I can be doing to improve. How do I attract more creatures to my base?
Your creatures are attacking the enemy.
Right-click the portraits. Ah, thank you. Appreciate it.
Falling in battle. Your creatures are falling in battle. Your creatures are under attack. Your minions are winning a battle.
Heck yeah, we are. These heroes are about to have a bad day.
Your minions are winning a battle. Beware, the Lord
Turn
of
it
the
down a
land
hair.
approaches.
The Lord of the Land is the boss, right? If you're stable and idle, exploration is wise. Okay, gotcha. Can I see their levels somewhere? Is that just by hovering over them, or...? That's
Creatures
crazy.
are under attack. Your creatures are
And I
attacking.
can't drop them on territory that I don't own. That makes sense. But I can, like, teleport them from across the map. It's good to know.
Your minions are winning a battle. You have conquered this realm.
Harder the heroes may have been, but they were no match for your forces. Cool. Levels the number you see over units when they're idle in place of the thought bubble. Oh, like 1. Okay. That's cool. Sweet. Yeah, this game is rad.
Game saved.
Like, actually, still rad, and not like I could see how this would have been rad in 1997. Like, press space to proceed. Cool.
Darkana. The surviving citizens have more on their plates than a demon spawn with 3 dead adventurers to munch.
Possess a creature? Not
that
yet.
many citizens have
Is
survived.
this a spell I can cast on a human, basically? I love you just see this idyllic land getting destroyed.
A region of pointless frolicking and endless pleasure. No one here understands the true meaning of suffering and random shocking violence meted out arbitrarily.
It's very much like a Monty Python kind of humor style. I dig it. Yeah, it's like this happens so infrequently that some developer nails something on the first try. It's kind of impressive. All right, let's do a treasure room first this time. We're gonna learn something new. Cramped conditions do nothing for the morale of your minions. You can just have one around the heart. I'll expand that soon. Where's the gold? Oh, right. You said I don't need a lair particularly early, right? But I need is the entrance how I get recruiting creatures, basically? Here, I'll turn some of this off. So I think I want to not go so hard on money at the beginning. Obviously I will soon, but... I need a portal in the rooms they like. Okay, gotcha. Impenetrable rock. Oh, that's new. Interesting. Gotcha. Okay, makes sense. Music's pretty sweet too.
An entrance has been claimed.
Sweet. Okay, I think I understand. I was trying to understand what the deal was with the portal before. I wasn't really grokking what that was doing, but I think I get it now. So this is like making a farm to feed my creatures. Okay. Build a library. So let's...
Your gold reserves are running low. You do not have enough gold.
Libraries are where new devices, room designs, and magic spells are researched. Okay, make a library at least as big as the other rooms. Research is like Quiet 2. Build your library off to the side of a corridor. Yeah, I'm gonna do the possession thing here.
Cranium internal.
Does it let me see it in first person? That's pretty sweet. That's basically just for fun. To see their cool, fully 3D engine they put together. That's pretty sick. And it has stats and everything too. Nice. Okay, thanks. That's pretty awesome. Do you need to micro with them to be successful, or not necessarily? That's cool. Sweet. So you can like control your strong one and use it as like your hero unit, basically. Does the game care about rooms being like directly adjacent to one another? Will they get mad if you have two rooms touching each other without a wall separating them?
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Working on it.
Your gold reserves are running low.
Happiest by surrounded by fortified walls and doors. So I haven't done doors at all yet.
You do not have enough gold. You cannot afford to train creatures. You do not have enough gold.
Find a collection of parchments and tomes you've assembled. Most creatures can engage in research, but warlocks make the best and keenest researchers. Super trolls have trouble hoarding the books, right? Interesting. So you can like assign creatures into these rooms to do this, and having a library is going to attract different kinds of creatures in addition to its ability to trigger research, it looks like.
You do not have enough gold.
Alright, let's get more people getting gold here, shall we?
You cannot afford to train creatures. Your gold reserves are running low.
Oh, no worries. I don't even know what was the spoiler. So they train in the library, so like the training rooms are different for different units, I suppose. Okay, so now I've got a mage, and the mage is going to try to go in there automatically, so I don't have to manually send them there. Okay.
You need a bigger training room. Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Working in the library achieves other things. Okay. Scent of arcane knowledge lured a greedy warlock into the dungeon. Train your warlocks occasionally.
You need a bigger treasure room.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. Oh, I actually don't need to do that, because I just never converted this. I just dug out the walls. Right.
Your creatures need a bigger lair.
Working on it, game. Lairs apply to all the creatures, including like the warlocks. It's not just for like monsters. Training them occasionally is a good idea. So I guess as long as I have one that's in here researching, that's probably fine. So what do they... Can I see what their research progress is? It doesn't look like I can select something to start researching yet. Is it like they have to get a certain number of units of research and then something will pop up here?
You need a bigger training room.
Working on it.
A new spell has been researched. There is nothing left to research.
Okay, and once there's nothing left to research for that level, that's just because of the way they're gating it, right? If that's the case, then I can simply send the Warlock over to train. Speed monster. Oh, increase the speed of your monsters. Cool. Okay, gotcha. And in the future, they could just keep researching, but for the purposes of the tutorial, they're limiting what I can get because they're genius. Cast on a creature and observes a dramatic increase in its speed. The effect wears off after a while. Okay. New spell researched. Now would be an excellent time to train a Warlock, no kidding. So they will not go there automatically.
You need a bigger training room.
A bigger training room, okay.
You need a bigger training room.
I guess this used to be a gold room. Now I could make it, I could expand the training room in there, I suppose. That would be an excellent time to train a Warlock. You need to train, dummy. So can I accidentally kill them if I'm slapping them, or they're gonna resist that? It's just a way to, like, micro when you're not doing exploration or other things. I think we're doing fine on the training room size now, right? Does the flag for the room get moved occasionally? I don't see it anymore. Maybe because I made the room too big. Oh, there we go. Green is okay. I have to slap them a lot, but theoretically, yes. Okay. And they're still trying to reinforce the walls, which is cool. There's more gold off this way. Impenetrable. Where you get bedrock from, I guess. Cool. It's kind of crazy that Dwarf Fortress came after this, right? But I guess Dwarf Fortress's whole thing is like, let's simulate an insane amount of stuff, you know, with all these different layers that would be difficult to depict here. The mining game. Right, exactly. I'm excited to do more Dwarf Fortress on stream. It's on the voting spreadsheet. Okay, they're doing fine out here. Save really quick.
Game saved.
I feel like they're really showing off with the lighting in this game too, right? Follows your cursor around. I wasn't even really paying attention to that earlier, but... This creature has an injured spleen, right? There's such a high volume of cats in this room that they've collapsed into a black hole or whatever the hell it was. The temperature in the room has gotten so high that they've melted through the earth.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
Oh, because I'm smacking them too much? Okay, so don't overslap them, basically. Is casting spells just free micro, or does it consume money to do? And also, does casting it on training monsters make them train faster? Is that a fly?
Cranium intel. Your creatures are becoming angry. Food is scarce. Enlarge your hatchery.
Whoa. Oh, I love the eyes. That's awesome. Good call. Nice. So I need a bigger hatchery. Okay. Oh, right. Let's actually not do that. Forgot that I had set up the room but not actually built it.
Your creatures
That's why
are
they're
becoming angry.
One slap every so often is best. You can soothe an angry creature by dropping money on them. Okay. Do they stop being angry on their own after some time?
Your creatures are becoming angry.
They're mostly angry because of the lack of food, right? Scrooge McDucket in the treasury. So this guy's mad, I think still.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
I see. All creatures like money then? It's not just like the humanoid ones? I assume the game doesn't really make any distinction between like monsters versus humanoid creatures.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
So when it says your creatures are becoming angry, is it talking about any particular ones, or just saying creatures are deserting? No! Don't desert.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
Each time I'm dropping him in here, am I helping with his anger? Okay, looks like he's still pissed.
Creatures are deserting.
I think they're still deserting because of lack of food, right? Like the food's having to catch up for me, leaving it behind a bit there.
Your creatures are becoming angry.
I slapped him a lot. Okay, I didn't realize that. Poor guy. He might be okay now. No, he's still pissed.
Your creatures are becoming angry. Creatures are deserting.
He's the one that's trying to desert then, no one else is. I see the little red now. Poor guy. He's still really pissed. I don't know if I can de-piss him. Can I, like, give him food? Will he eat that? Maybe that was his problem. I gave him a ton of money, but it was just that he was hungry. Hey, hype. Alright, we're about at time, so let me give some notes to Future Marstead. Future Marstead, move around with the arrow keys, zoom in and out with home and end. You can right-click to drop stuff, left-click to mine, left-click again to cancel a mining operation. Research menu is here. You can spawn more imps once you've got the money for it. You want to build a treasure room immediately, a lair, start gathering gold, and then do a hatchery and these other buildings in order. On the creatures screen, if anyone's idle under the question mark column, I need this in more video games, more like RTS games. Please give me this idle meter. This is great. You can click on them here and then drop them to get them to train. Train them up and be ready to fight the computer when they show up. Yeah, thanks for sharing, new player. This game is rad. I would be very happy to like play this until we finish it. It looks cool if you want to put it on the voting spreadsheet at some point. I would not be mad.